The story of Job, found in the Old Testament of the Bible, is one of the most profound and moving accounts of human suffering, faith, and divine wisdom. It explores the age-old question, why do the righteous suffer? Let's journey through Job's trials, his unwavering faith, and the powerful lessons his story imparts. Job was a man of great wealth and integrity who lived in the land of Uz. He was described as blameless and upright, a man who feared God and shunned evil. He had a large family, vast flocks, and was highly respected in his community. Despite his prosperity, Job remained humble and devout, offering sacrifices to God on behalf of his children to ensure their spiritual well-being. The story begins in the heavenly courts, where Satan, the accuser, approaches God. God praises Job's righteousness, but Satan challenges Job's faith, suggesting it is solely based on his prosperity and blessings. Stretch out your hand and strike everything he has, Satan argues, and he will surely curse you to your face. God permits Satan to test Job, but forbids him from harming Job himself. This sets the stage for a series of devastating events that will test Job's faith to its limits. In a single day, Job's world collapses. His livestock is stolen, his servants are killed, and a great wind destroys the house where his children are feasting, killing them all. Despite these immense losses, Job does not sin or curse God. Instead, he mourns, shaves his head, and falls to the ground in worship, saying, "The Lord gave and the Lord has taken away. Blessed be the name of the Lord." Satan, dissatisfied, returns to God and argues that Job's faith will falter if his health is taken. God permits this further trial but forbids Satan from taking Job's life. Job is afflicted with painful sores from head to toe. Even then, Job refuses to curse God, though his wife urges him to do so. 3 of Job's friends, Eliphaz, Bildad, and Zophar, come to comfort him. Initially, they sit in silence, mourning with him for 7 days. However, their conversations soon turn into debates. Each friend argues that Job must have sinned to deserve such suffering, adhering to the belief that suffering is a direct consequence of wrongdoing. Job, though deeply anguished, maintains his innocence. He insists that he has not committed any sin to warrant such punishment. Job's dialogue with his friends highlights the complexity of human suffering and the limitations of human understanding. Amid his suffering, Job laments his condition, cursing the day of his birth and questioning why the innocent suffer. Yet, even in his despair, Job's faith remains steadfast. He declares, "Though he slay me, yet will I hope in him." Job's honest cries to God reflect the raw emotions of someone grappling with profound pain and confusion. His words resonate with anyone who has ever questioned the purpose of their suffering. After much debate and lamentation, God answers Job out of a whirlwind. Instead of directly addressing Job's questions, God speaks of the vastness of creation, his control over the universe, and the mysteries beyond human comprehension. God asks Job, "Where were you when I laid the earth's foundation? Tell me if you understand." These rhetorical questions emphasize God's sovereignty and wisdom. While Job cannot fully understand the reasons for his suffering, God's response reminds him of the divine order and the limits of human understanding. Humbled and awed by God's response, Job repents for questioning God's wisdom. He acknowledges the greatness of God and submits to his will. "Surely I spoke of things I did not understand, things too wonderful for me to know." God rebukes Job's friends for their misguided counsel and instructs them to offer sacrifices. Job prays for his friends, demonstrating his forgiveness and compassion. In the end, God restores Job's fortunes, giving him twice as much as he had before. Job's family grows, and he lives a long, fulfilling life. His story concludes with a message of hope and redemption, showing that faith and perseverance can triumph over even the greatest trials. Job's unwavering faith, even in the face of unimaginable loss, serves as a powerful example of trusting God's plan. Job's story reminds us that not all suffering is a result of sin or wrongdoing. Sometimes its purpose is beyond human understanding. God's response highlights the vastness of his wisdom and the limits of human knowledge. Job's prayer for his friends demonstrates the importance of forgiveness and empathy, even toward those who misunderstand or misjudge us. The story of Job continues to resonate with people across generations and cultures. It addresses universal themes of suffering, faith, and divine wisdom, offering solace to those facing trials. Job's journey reminds us that even in our darkest moments, faith can light the way, and God's purpose, though mysterious, is always greater than we can comprehend. May Job's story inspire us to persevere, trust in God's plan, and find hope amid life's challenges.